My name's Gail Mason, and my main areas of expertise are in criminology and criminal law, and specifically I specialise in areas of crime that are interested in questions of social justice, social inclusion and how the law responds to that. My main research interest is around the question of really how as a society should we respond to people who engage in criminal conduct or inappropriate behaviour that's motivated by prejudice. For example, conduct that's motivated by racism or homophobia or anti-Semitism, etc. And I'm really puzzled, I guess, by how the decisions that we make about how to respond to that and how to deal with that, whether it's through the law or whether it's through more informal regulatory mechanisms. One of the things that we found recently in Australia, but also globally, is that the way that people exhibit their racism is changing. You know, in the old days, you used to get people, say in America, in the Ku Klux Klan, and they'd go out and they'd demonstrate and wear hoods and, you know, burn crosses on people's front lawns and things like that. Well, they might still do that, but a large proportion of racism nowadays is being enacted on the internet, and in a very different way. So our project is looking at how that racism is taking place, how it's regulated, what the law is doing about it, and also how people experience racism and what it means to them. And really, how should the law intervene? How far do you want to go in regulating the internet? Do you want to actually really clamp down on people, or do you want to also value free speech? So the project's about how to balance those things. I actually think that one of the biggest challenges is finding ways to respectfully balance the need for laws and forms of regulation that do promote social justice and social inclusion for everyone, but that are also aware or resistant of the trend towards punitiveness. So what I mean by that is, if you want to regulate the internet, or you want to help police officers work with racist offenders or anti-Semitic offenders, you want to do that in a way that's productive and that actually does further our social values as Australians towards social inclusion of all sorts of people. But I think we need to find ways to do that without just imposing more punishment on people, because really, Australian prisons are full and there's a huge social cost of that for all of us, and prison doesn't work. Really, most people who go to prison don't necessarily commit less crime simply because they went to prison. So how do we have criminal laws and ways of responding to really significant and harmful social problems, but that don't simply assume that the way to do that is by harsher and harsher forms of punishment, because it doesn't work.